made of a flag on fleur. And after them the settlers came to build the world, to tend the flame, and to live the dream of liberty. Looking at today, the Americas are a story that continues on. They were once a dream, the Americas, and the hope has never really gone. For all men dream a life that's good, a world of peace and brotherhood, where we set our sails and journey free, like the man who sailed across the sea.
All Champlain's discoveries could have resulted in an extraordinary New World empire for the French. Yes, but as we saw, the English Corps of Colonies was destined to become the immense territory of the United States of America. Despite the raids of the conquistadors, who did manage to go quite a ways, the Spanish could keep only a small fringe of territory.
You've told us about the French, Spanish, English. What of the Indians?
Yeah. The Indians had come here much earlier. I mean, they could claim it.
That's right, Maestro. What's the Indian story?
Who cares about a bunch of Indians?
I mean, it's kind of interesting.
Now that you ask, I'll tell you about the Indians and what their lives were like in America in this 17th century. In the southwest near Spanish territories, there lived the Pueblos.
Quiet.
They stole our seeds. It's those Apaches again.
Wait.
You got him. The Apaches would do better to cultivate their fields.
And not steal from us.
Hola, hombre. Tiene oro. Hay que matarlo.
They make thunder with their big sticks.
Do you mind if I try to ride him?
Giddy up.
Let me go! Help! Help! Anyone! Help me! I'm being taken away! Help! 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 Somebody! Anybody help me!
What are you men doing? Go after those thieves. I'll punish them.
See! See! Ah! They took a shortcut through the field.
Huh? Let's go.
No one.
Better to live as a free man, to be an Apache and not be an Apache slave. Stay with us.
We thought we'd be able, the two of us, to live in peace with the Sioux where our son was born. But we must go so many years of migration. Too long. We are tired now.
Yes, my children, I understand. You have crossed great plains and valleys and mountains, an entire continent from sea to shining sea, from sunrise in the east to sunset in the west. Now come a bit closer. You'll be Powhatans like us. Come here now. You needn't fear the Spanish anymore. You'll be just like us. Near here, there's an English village.
Oh?
Yes, and they too wear cloth, and they're not always kind to us. When you have rested, I will take you to our great king, Powhatan. He's very wise, you'll see, and there are 200 villages like this one in his kingdom. Why not take some of your white medicine? Come, I'll show you our tobacco fields.
When the men wearing cloth first came, we gave them everything. They were miserable. We helped them. Most of them almost starved to death, but we saved them. Then, little by little, they were reinforced. They used their weapons. They hurt our people. They went into our storehouses and stole our grain rather than work. Then they took our lands instead of clearing new lands.
If they were as bad as you say, well, why wouldn't you simply destroy them? Are you not a great chief with many warriors?
No, Powhatans detest any violence. Before using force, we resort to cunning. You know Captain John Smith?
I do, Father, and I think the man is handsome.
Then this is the plan we'll use, Pocahontas.
Everyday white men cheat. They steal more of our land.
No, we capture them, but everyone alive. Come!
John Smith, Chief of the White Men. You and your brothers have all broken your word, and Chief Powhatan is pained, so you will die as example.
Die? Oh, listen. Well, you can't. Yes, we can.
Stop! Mighty Chief Powhatan, me Pocahontas, your daughter, begs you to pardon him.
Oh, my child, he has betrayed our confidence and must die. Can you swear that in the future they will cheat no more?
Yes, I swear it, and I swear it on my own life.
Then you may release him.
Oh, thanks.
Have I your word?
Yes, Pocahontas.
Good, John.
You know, you're a pretty girl.
Now, of course, the truce didn't last long. When the English sent people to the colonies, well, they weren't always their best subjects. You could expect the worst. It was a hard winter in the colonies. People were starving. It got so bad that finally Captain John Smith forgot all about the promises he had made. Opachanganoo was never to forget this insult. Now the colonists had made a mortal enemy, and they were to pay very dearly. Captain John Smith returns to England. His companions promptly seize the Indian planting fields, treating these proud free people as slaves, as redskins.
Let's go faster, bunch of lazy good-for-nothings. I know what you need.
How come there's two of you?
I only gave him a swig of good old pick-me-up.
If it's really a pick-me-up, you're going to need a whole bottle.
Huh?
Go on, drink. Happy landings.
Great Chief Powhatan is dead. His brother Opechancanough is now the chief. March 22nd, 1622 was to be a tragic day. On that morning... "347 white people die in the St. James River. The terrible cycle of violence is set off with no holds barred, but the new governor, Francis Wyatt, is a clever fellow. He invites the chief and his leaders to a powwow and personally guarantees their safety. I'm counting on you. And so the war against the Powhatans was to last for 14 years. But Opechancanough was patient. He could wait 22 years for his revenge. He was 100 years old.
Now, my sons, we take our revenge at last. Tomorrow at dawn, we attack Jamestown.
No, Father, I'm sorry to say it, but I can't do it. Please forgive me, Father.
For miles around, everybody talked about the Indian victory at Jamestown. 10 years later, just a few miles to the north, lived the Delaware Indians.
No, don't be afraid. The Swedish men are always honest.
Here you are.
What is this yellow thing?
You know this money that we use called wampum? It's difficult to make, takes a long time, but pale-face money is easy to make.
It is?
Careful, here comes the Iroquois.
Why'd you do that, Dad? You gave him our wampum, but he gave you nothing at all.
He gave us peace. He didn't attack us. The Iroquois are fierce warriors.
Later, this will be called a racket, only at this time in history the word doesn't exist.
Hey, Pop, why can't we be Iroquois?
1654, the Swedes buy Delaware and the hinter regions from the Indians, paying for it with guns and ammunition. But they were able to keep it only 1 year.
A good one, Pop. Uh-oh, Pop.
This'll be all right for this time, but next time I want guns. Or skins.
Why? Tell me why.
The Dutch give us 1 rifle for every 10 skins. They chase the Swedes out. They bring much wampum from their homeland. Dutch aren't friendly the way Swedes are. Be careful, we're with them.
Pop,
What is it?
why aren't we Iroquois? What do we do?
Let's go.
Help! Help! Help!
Stay here.
Help! 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 I'm lost. Where am I? What is your tribe? I'm a Mohawk Iroquois. A what?
Oh. Your brothers are not among our friends, but you can stay with us until you find your people again.
We Iroquois are the strongest and the smartest.
What are you doing in Iroquois territory?
Well, I'm an Iroquois.
All right, now we know.
They're Algonquins. I'm alive now because of what they all did for me.
Don't stay here. The English and the Dutch pay well for every Algonquin scalp.
Hey, Pop, how come we're not Iroquois?
What's he holding there? A weapon, is it?
It looks more like a sort of scalp.
No, it's like a feather headdress.
And just what are you people doing here?
We followed the coast several moons now.
Come with me. I am Wampanoag. I will take you to see our King Philip. You see, I am his royal interpreter. This way.
You are welcome. We are all glad to see you, and you gladden our hearts. There are great events soon to come. Now, come, I will show you the people of my tribe. There are more and more white people here, always with more weapons, and ever more greedy. Our only chance of survival is to join forces against them.
Philip is summoned to Plymouth by the Puritan leaders, and soon he realizes that he has been betrayed by his interpreter. They impose unacceptable conditions.
Now sign it. Go ahead.
According to the terms, Philip is to deliver all his tribe's firearms. Most of the leaders refuse. And that was the end of the traitor.
They belong to us. You were warned. Your governor wants to speak to me. He's a subject of your English king. I don't speak to subjects. No, His Majesty the King, to him I will speak. I'm even looking forward to it.
Oh!
There.
Hey, this way.
follow him. We'll build a wall around the swamp and a fortress, and nobody will escape from here.
Right, Chief. Great idea. We'll get rid of them. Now, once and for all.
Attack! We have won many victories. Tonight we will have a great feast.
Thank you, merciful Lord, for gathering them together. Not many Algonquins escaped that night. And the English pay a high price for Algonquin scalps.
Not too tight, old friend. I can't breathe.
Well, you know what they say. Iroquois are the strongest.
Iroquois are the strongest. How come I'm not an Iroquois?
They're Mohicans, foreigners. War makes our young warriors strong in body and mind.
What are you going to do to them?
For the women and children, we'll take them into our tribe.
And what about the men?
Can't say yet. First, they'll have to pass tests. Depending on how they do, they could come into the tribe. Or they're killed. Depends on how they do. Look, the Great Council of the Tribes of 5 Nations will begin soon.
Our great and powerful country, France, is offended by all these wars that the Iroquois people are waging against our friends. Not to mention the harm you are causing to our fur collecting. If you agree to live in peace, you will be rewarded. Yes, but the minute you break the peace, we'll reply with new weapons that are so terrible you'll regret it.
In the end, the story is always the same. White men speak with forked tongue. Words last very few moons. Here we are on our own land, and we're all of us united. If your warriors come and dig up the hatchet and cut down the tree of peace, or they will find a great Iroquois nation ready and willing to defend itself. No, you stop that. They're for medicine men. Only those initiated in false-face rituals wear masks like this. It's true, we Indians like to fight, and because of that, the palefaces put one tribe against another purposely to get what they want. They play with us, like children, and yet those first Englishmen at Jamestown wouldn't have survived without Powhatans. Yeah, they hunted them down and exterminated them, all the Powhatans. They completely massacred King Philip's whole tribe, and yet those greedy Puritans would all have starved to death if the Indian tribes hadn't helped them. They wiped out the Mohegans who were allies, same with the Delawares. The same story with so many others, gone. All but us.
But why are they evil? They're people like us.
Are they really like us? They were greedy men, surely, and some were after furs, others our hunting grounds, our lands. Were they like us? They wanted to find out if an Indian baby could swim instinctively like a dog. Their loyalty. Yeah, a while back, the French governor, Francois Denonville, invited 60 of our men to a banquet. Yeah, all the better to surprise them. That's why we have to be the smartest, the strongest, the cleverest. We must play on the palefaces' rivalry, not the other way around.
Are white men really all like that?
I'm told in Pennsylvania, paleface William Penn is loyal to the Indians and treats them fairly. I don't know how long that will go on. Anyway, I don't trust any of those white creatures. He reminds me of somebody, I wonder who. That old boy was plenty wise because, well, a few decades later, William Penn's son didn't hesitate to use any methods to rob the Indians and push them farther and farther away. Well, that's what I wanted to tell you about the Indians and what it was like back then.
Upon a time, the Americas are a story that continues on. Once upon a time.